If you love music, then do more than just listen. Connor's Music.
All right, welcome to John Connors Live from Connors Music. It's Wednesday, January 7th, first show of 2026. And like, if any of you live in the greater Toronto area, north of Toronto, like we do here in Keswick, Ontario, you'll know that we're all having bad hair days because we're all out there shoveling our driveways, and putting in our new blue boxes and just so lots of work going on. And so I have hat hair like all the time right now. So I got to fix that up. Hopefully by the second show of 2026, you'll have a better hair version. But I just wanted to jump on for a quick show tonight, and because we got some new things in, and I was trying to think of how I would demo them. And I've done a lot of pick demos where I'm showing the different tonalities and what picks sound better than other picks. But these picks are all about the texture. So I'm going to chat about those briefly tonight and show you the colors and what the texture does, and just chat about guitar picks and answer any questions you have. And also you'll see I've got on display some new to Connors Music guitar straps. So I'll also be showing those off. And again, there wasn't really a way to demo it with songs, so we're just going to look at them, and you can ask any questions you have about guitar straps. And no question is a bad question. And I say that because people come in all the time and go, "Oh, I got a stupid question," and they ask the question, and I'm always saying no, that's not a stupid question at all. So please, feel free to throw it in the chat. Think of it as a service to other people, because if you ask the question, they'll be like, "Oh, good. I was hoping somebody would ask because I wanted to know the answer to that." And then they don't have to ask. So there you go. So please put that in there. So on that note, I'm just going to toss, I think this will work. I've got I'm live. Oh yeah. I usually talk about my gear, so I'll update you on that. So I'm live on my phone, hence the black bars and maybe I would assume lesser quality audio because I'm just using my phone. But I also have my PC over here so that I can pop links into the comment strap. So Steve says hi, and he's also having a GTA hair day. I got out of the house this morning and I thought, oh, we'd already shoveled last night. It didn't snow that much more. But the snowplow had gone by and left this icy, chunky, slow, heavy slush. So I'm out there I'm going to be late, heaving away at this. And so then I got into work and I was like, oh, it's going to be that kind of hair day. So look at it. Oh my gosh. So maybe I'll delete this YouTube video after. It won't stay up. Anyways, if you're watching at 8:33 on January 7th, we are live. So put your comments and we'll respond. Okay, so Steve says, I love my new strap. I can't remember. What strap did you get, Steve? Put that in there, because the ones I'm going to be showing off today, these guys over my shoulder, just arrived. A few of them have already sold, actually. So I don't know if you got one of the new kind or another great brand of strap that we already have been stocking. So put which one you got in there if you have at least some detail or something you can tell us about it. Do I start with the strap? Okay, so I'm just on my phone. Comments and links are going to be coming from the PC, and let me know if everything's working on your end and that you can hear everything. So, you know what? I'm going to start with the picks, because if you're going to have questions, they come up about straps too, but picks are like an ongoing discussion all the time. So we have actually put these as the featured products on our website. So you can, after the show, go to connorsmusic.ca, and I'll put a link in as well, but you can go and actually look at these products, because traditionally I haven't been putting guitar picks actually on the website because it was such a small purchase item. But we thought, let's give it a try. So these are the Cat's Tongue picks, and just a single one of these you can buy for $1.40. They're a little more. There's other more affordable picks that we have in the store. But what sets these aside and why these are an often popular choice for beginners and intermediate and advanced players alike is the grip, the textured grip. So I'm bringing it nice and close in there so you can see on this side of the pick and on this side of the pick. Oh, there you got a really good look at it. Is this texturing that they refer to as the cat's tongue. So put in the comments if you've ever been licked by a cat anywhere. You know, they have some on your hand and they lick your hand, and that textured feel of their tongue that almost grips, that's what this feels like. Just like that. So why is that important? Well, when you're playing guitar and you grip the pick perfectly the way your teacher taught you, because you have in-person lessons and you've had a discussion with your teacher and they watched the way you held the pick and they said, okay, try this, just till you got it just right. And you start playing. If it's not grippy, very easily, it could be slid sideways. So I'll show you that with this cool pick, actually. Some people just love smooth picks too, but this was a vintage Connors Music pick I found in room 6 here where I teach. I'll return it to the drawer after the live stream tonight. But we do have Connors Music branded picks here for 60 cents, but it's smooth. So again, if you're playing and you're worried that maybe while you're playing it might slip, because there's no texturing on that at all. And that, oh, now I actually have it on a less preferred angle. So with the cat's tongue pick, or any pick for that matter, the preferred sort of by the book approach is to try to hold it so that actually, I want to show you like the other angle. So I'm going to move my phone so I can show this to you. That the pick is perpendicular to your thumb, right? So if you drew a line down the middle of the pick, that line would be exactly perpendicular to your thumb. So you can see that, okay? And how far you grip will be a little subjective, especially if you're strumming. You'll probably be a little bit further back so that it'll let the pick move on the strings. But if you're playing, say, a melody or a riff, then you may choke up a little bit to get a little less flex. Or this is where the next part of the conversation comes into play, which is which thickness should you go with? So the one I started showing you is a green pick, is a 53 millimeter pick. And that's a pretty common choice for a beginner because it's forgiving when it flexes. But some people like lighter picks than that. So I've got the 46 mil, which is very thin and very flexible. All right. So then that's yellow and green. Next up would be red. And this, I think, is our number one seller, is the 73 mil. Partly because I think a lot of musicians that are out there gigging like a little more thickness to the pick typically, especially if they're doing riffs. That way it responds. So this I sell to a lot of students and a lot of intermediate and advanced players. But then some people are like, that's even not thick enough. So the next option up would be the 88 mil, which is black. So each color. So you won't try not to pick your pick based on the color unless the color corresponds with the thickness you want. Because 88 mil, you can see now, there's a lot more resistance to that pick. So a lot more heaviness. Then we get into our serious thicknesses. 1 mil. This is thicker than I use. Typically, I'm using an 88 mil, but a material that doesn't flex as much. But I find that's comfortable in the hand and gives me the tone I want. But this texturing, again, really helping to keep it in the position that you're in. Okay, and I got Steve's comment here, so I want to throw that up. Oh, you just got them in nice leather strap by Profile. That's right. So I should, you know what? Maybe I'll grab those too, because those are brand new as well. And I've got 2 in stock still, Steve. So thanks for bringing that up. So we'll show these off, and then I'll run into the showroom and come back with 2 of the Profile leather straps that we just got in stock, and I'll show those off as well. So thanks for that, Steve. I appreciate that. They are nice. And then the last that we have in stock, there are more cat's tongue picks. They go all the way up to a 1.6 in a teal, but we haven't had tons of requests for that so far. But the 1.14 in orange is a popular choice for players too. in a little bit thicker. Now, the number is printed on the pick too. I'm saying that because that way, if you buy the color and then you forget or you like it, but maybe you want to try another pick, same thickness, different material, like all sorts of things, right? Because the feel is important. The thickness is important. The look is important. I like a pick that I like the look of, but also the tone and the different pick materials are going to create different tones. So that's where that becomes really crucial. So, so throw in the comments there if you have any questions about picks in general or cat's tongue picks. And I'm going to put a link right now in the comment thread here. So that way, when we're done our little chat today, then you can go and check out all the cat's tongue picks on our website. Interestingly enough, it also brings up a new product that we just received called a tongue drum in the same search. So you can look at cat's tongue picks and a tongue drum. Here it comes into the thread momentarily. If you're watching on YouTube, it came up first there. And then if you're on Facebook, there it is after there. And thank you again if you're watching, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. The bad hair edition. I should have written that as the topic. John Connors Live, bad hair edition. Anyways, okay, onto the straps. So, it's kind of neat because, like any business, you have sales reps and companies you deal with, and we partner with all these companies to make sure that we can deliver good quality products at good prices to the people in our community and beyond. So those relationships, I really value them, like working with these companies, make sure that, when you buy something, we have product support for you. I feel like this is even a bigger conversation. We could sit down and just chat about, consumerism, and that, it shouldn't just be like sell you something and, if it works, great. If not, throw it out and start over. That we're there as a company, there to support you with that purchase, with that buying decision. And that those are the kind of companies that we partner with for product in the store. So if we get a sense like, oh, they're not going to be really with us to support it, then that's not something you're going to see in Connors Music for very long. So, so I've had a great relationship with the sales rep, and he introduced the idea of these straps a little while ago to me. And I said, well, I don't know if I need another strap company, but I was looking at them again and I thought there's some really neat designs. Let's give them a go. So these are some of the ones that we got in that haven't already sold. Some of them were like, bam. So I dug this, first of all. They called this the Woodstock edition. I got 3 of them and one sold right away. And I think right away you get that kind of fun vibe. And this is a cotton strap. So really nice, comfortable material with suede leather ends, which I'm also a really big fan of. And only for $45, which, like, considering the materials used in this and the beautiful design, I thought that was a really reasonable price. And then we got this guy here, which is, there's a series, and this is the last of these went really fast. They call it Alexis. So you can see embossed in the suede end, it says Alexis, which of course I thought of Alexis from Schitt's Creek, the TV show, immediately. Anyways, okay. Oh, an error occurred. No, it went through now. So Lou, the real Lou Barone says, how you doing, John? And I'm doing great. And I also agree, very psychedelic with the Woodstock straps. So 100%. And even the Paisley here. So this is the Alexis strap. There's another one that had cats on it. It was super cool. So we'll be getting more of them because the response was so good right away. And then other companies have had straps like this, which who doesn't like a good torn denim vibe, right? In the fall and spring, you'll sometimes see me wearing a denim jacket with denim blue jeans at the same time. Pulling off the Bryan Adams look, I guess. Anyways, so I thought that was really cool. And that one's $40. The Alexis was $37. So instead of, if you're looking for something a little more affordable. And the sales rep said, you got to check this one out. And look at how beautiful this is. Lou says, I guess the denim one he thinks is a good one for Dave. I don't think Dave doesn't even eat Chinese food hardly. So I don't know if he'd pull this off. But this is, what do they call it? So such a good name. Silk brocade. So, and just beautiful, right? So if I don't know if you grew up in this area in the 90s in Newmarket, there used to be a all you can eat buffet called the Canaan Chinese buffet restaurant, and I just loved going there. It was like one of our favorite spots, and this reminded me of that right away because they had the silk. And then this one here, I apologize. Now you know it's live and not edited, because who would leave a sneeze on a live stream if you had the option to edit it? We're going straight to your devices, and all of you watching just saw me sneeze, but not on the strap, and I covered up properly. There we go. Anywho, so this one here is called the Grunge Blue Cross, and they had a nice set of different designs with Christian emblems, which we've got lots of customers that like that. So we were really happy to see that. Oh, and Lou adds, I've seen Dave wear torn jeans at a gig. That's true. He has the rock and denim. Yeah, I like his style. Okay, so I'm going to quickly run and grab the profile. So it's a different brand, different supplier, but they released an affordable leather strap. And Steve says, I hope we don't get a computer virus from your sneezes. If I didn't cover up, you're right. It's coming right through the 5 internet right to your. Anyways, okay. Thanks for that, Steve. So I'm going to grab these 2 straps and show them to you as well, and then I'll answer any other questions you have. I'll be right back. Thanks for hanging around. Oh, yeah, I'm throwing you around. All right, I got my ring light going, but I just propped the phone. I was going to mount it in, but I remembered last time I had issues with that. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. Last 2 items here to show you. These are from Profile, and it's a 2.25-inch leather strap with hot press design. And bring that right up. Look at that. I feel like Steve maybe got the brown version of this one, if I'm right, or something very similar to it. But isn't that nice? So for $39.99 Canadian, this is available in stock at Connor's Music right now. I'll put that up on the. I'll put. So the other straps, I didn't even say the brand. Man, I'm not on my A game. So they're called LM straps. They are American made. And I'll put a link to the ones that we have in stock. And it'll also bring up some other straps after, but you'll see the LM straps first. So please go ahead and check that out. And then for the Profile straps, this should work here. I should be able to get you a link just to these. Yeah. Okay, it's just the 2 straps. So again, the links are in the comments that you can click on after the show. And so this one here is hot press design inner brown, a different design. I thought this was really cool. I'm going to bring it right across. Isn't that neat? There you go. And these are adjustable. with sort of, I call it the basket weave design at the end. So you can move this, if you need it longer, you can move this down so that it starts here and the tail comes out longer. They've also put 2 holes. This is pretty common on most of the leather straps like this design. Oh, and Steve says, yes, I got the brown cognac. So beautiful choice. And so very adjustable. But I do find like it is sort of like you take the time, set up the length you want, and then it's like that, not an easy, quick change. Whereas these types of straps here have a tri-glide clip on it. So this one you can fairly quickly change if you decide, you're going to switch guitars or something like that. Especially if you say you put strap locks on it. And if you have questions about that, feel free to throw that in the comments. Oh yeah, it says Alexis down here as well. I don't know who Alexis is. All I thought of was, ew, David, right away. But that's not who it's. I'm sure she did not partner with LM Straps because she doesn't even play guitar, as far as I know. There you go. I'm not seeing any questions, but again, I'll give you a minute if you want to throw any questions in there or comments. And we're going to come back in 2 weeks with a show with some music in it. We'll do some playing and some singing. And I'm going to be putting an invite out to students to join us too, if they're interested in doing that a little bit. Links are in the thread for the cat's tongue picks, again, with the nice textured grip on them. Grab a nice colorful one here for you. And then for the LM straps, new to Connor's Music, and Profile, new to Connor's Music as well. So thanks again for tuning in for the live stream, live from Connor's Music. And if I see questions that come in after, I'll get on and reply as best I can. All right. Everyone have a great night, and we'll see you again in a couple weeks.
If you love music, then do more than just listen. Connor's Music.